indissolubly to the others. For otherwise, we have the strange spectacle of a nation without nationals, of Indians who are not involved in India. Atrophy, indissolubly. I was 19. I liked big words. But beneath the overdeveloped vocabulary, I had a message from my generation. After a couple of paragraphs savaging cocktail-toting polemics at Boxwala gatherings for their lack of a sense of belonging to India, I argued that one is an all too indispensable part of the Indian reality, is surely all the more reason why one should take one's role all the more seriously instead of affecting the dislocated detachment that has become the untaxed perquisite of citizenship. That was my point. We had to belong, we had to care, we had to be involved in what became of our independence. This sense of belonging, the phrase with which I titled the article, would be vital to me and those of my generation who now stand on the threshold of that which has, over the last 28 years, been made to mean so little. It was easy enough to say this, I suppose, when I was holding a ticket to the United States and escaping from my responsibility to do anything about it. But as I read these words now, I wonder how much they might resonate in the mind and spirit of a 19-year-old collegian in today's India. A year and a half after I wrote this article, boys and girls very much like me, children of executives in Hindustanized multinationals, accustomed to ease and privilege, came out in the streets of Calcutta and Delhi, threw off the apolitical detachment I had described, and campaigned door to door to unseat an authoritarian government. They asserted the sense of belonging I was afraid we had all lost. Today, the issues that confront India are, in a strikingly different way, as important as those that faced my contemporaries 2 decades ago. There is no immediate threat of a suspension of our basic freedoms, as there were then. But in this book, I propose to argue that India is, in a phrase first used, though in a different context, by the British historian E.P. Thompson, the most important country for the future of the world. For Indians stand at the intersection of 4 of the most important debates facing the world at the end of the 20th century. The bread versus freedom debate. Can democracy deliver the goods to alleviate desperate poverty? Or do its inbuilt inefficiencies only impede rapid growth? Is the instability of political contention and of makeshift coalitions a luxury that a developing country cannot afford? As today's young concentrate on making their bread, should they consider political freedom a dispensable distraction? The centralization versus federalism debate. Does tomorrow's India need to be run by a strong central government, able to transcend the fissiparous tendencies of language, caste, and region? Or is that government best which centralizes least? The pluralism versus fundamentalism debate. Is the secularism established in India's constitution and now increasingly attacked as a westernized affectation essential in a pluralist society? Or should India, like many other third world countries, find refuge in the assertion of its own religious identity? The Coca colonization debate, or globalization versus self-reliance. Should India, where economic self-sufficiency has been a mantra for more than 4 decades, open itself further to the world economy? Or does the entry of Western consumer goods bring in alien influences that threaten to disrupt Indian society in ways too vital to be allowed? Should we raise the barriers to shield our youth from pernicious seductions of MTV and McDonald's? These are not merely academic debates. They are now being enacted on the national and world